Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Top Beer. It's been a while. Tim, it's been a while. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing good. I want to read you this headline really quick. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm about to destroy the internet with this headline. Just kidding. But here's the headline. Ready? Wisconsin woman accused of injecting children with meth, letting men sexually assault them.
Jesus Christ, man. This is really how you want to start the show?
No, but I saw that and I just... How do you inject meth? I thought meth had to be smoked.
You can inject it. It's
How?
not that crazy.
How do you liquefy it? Do you have to?
How do you inject anything?
But I thought meth came in powder form or something.
Yeah, and you just dissolve it into a liquid.
Oh, and then you just like put it in a syringe. And
People inject heroin.
Yeah, but isn't heroin a whole different beast?
It's just a chemical, right? Like, I don't know. That's a weird thing to not understand.
Well, I don't do drugs, Tim. I don't know. You know?
It's not about doing drugs. You know that they inject other drugs that come in tablet form also, right? How do you think that that's possible?
But I never saw anybody injecting meth in Breaking Bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because it didn't have it in Breaking Bad, you don't think it's possible. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that it must not be a common way to ingest.
It's pretty common.
Because, like you said, all it is chemicals, right? So I guess you just combine. Why would you do that, though? Why would you do that to your kids? That's just awful. You know.
That I don't know. That I can't say.
Yeah.
Why you would do that to your kids?
It's pretty bad, huh?
It's very bad, actually.
Wisconsin, like, there must be nothing else to do in Wisconsin, you know.
I mean, Wisconsin is a good beer town, but good beer state.
And
they
cheese,
have a lot of.
I think.
Yeah,
I mean, cheese is big there too.
I heard that in Wisconsin, like you order a burger and it doesn't come with fries. It comes with like cheese curd, fried cheese curds.
Kind of like have you ever had poutine?
Yeah, but this is just the cheese curds.
Just the curds, okay.
Yeah.
I had poutine for the first time a while back. It was pretty good. It's really good, actually. It's like probably awful for your heart because it's so much cheese.
Oh, it's definitely bad for you.
Yeah,
you definitely should be eating that.
It's so good, though.
Is it so good?
I believe it's a Canadian snack.
It is. It is a Canadian snack. We should probably get started drinking, huh?
Well, hold on. This is kind of us catching up really quick before we get into it. What's new with you? I know you've been busy. Been out of town a couple times, past couple weeks, right? What you been up to? Going to some breweries, in some places, or what? What's the deal here?
No. I mean, I haven't really gone out of town.
Weren't you in the desert last week or something?
No, that might have been a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I forget. Oh, so you're already getting ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start drinking. I figured we might as well, and then you said no, but I just figured I'm gonna continue because we don't have to do this part really at all, but we definitely don't have to do it separately from the drinking part because we're supposed to just shoot the shit and drink, right? Why would we have a separate intro part where we're not drinking?
I just thought, before we... I'll go ahead. Before we, actually start talking about the beers themselves, just kind of chit-chat a little bit. But you're right. No, you're right. I like your way better. Let's do it your way.
We're going to chit-chat the whole time. That's the point.
Yeah, that is the point.
You're going to blow your load in the beginning, and then what? We're going to be sitting here trying to drink.
Well, if that's the case then, Tim, let's have a quick edit here so I can go grab my...
Edit?
Beer. Yeah? So I'm going to stop recording right now. Give me a second.
Okay.
Unless you want me to keep recording. I mean,
I'm just going to keep recording.
Okay, I'm going to keep recording too. Hang on. This will still be an edit point, mind you.
Right.
All right, enough of the edit point. Are you there?
I'm here. I think you can see me.
I haven't had this brewery on in a while, but they're pretty good. I think you've had them. This is
Who is it?
It's Uinta.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
This is
Still have them sometimes.
their Detour double IPA,
Double.
which is really good. But you know what, Tim? I haven't. Oh, really quick, by the way, I broke another beer glass the other day. So
You are just an absolute swine.
rip in peace to my. I forget which beer glass it was, but like, I was taking it out of the dishwasher, and it had
Hmm.
Butterfingers, and it slipped out of my hand, and just kind of.
Why were you dipping your fingers in butter to begin with?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's real anymore. But
Just living that wild ass butter life.
but yeah, it slipped out of my hands and broke, unfortunately. So I'm down a beer glass, but that's okay. I have plenty of others still. Ooh, this
You have
smells so good. Very floral, Tim. Are you there? Just kidding.
I'm
Just kidding.
here.
Just
You
kidding.
can still see me.
Fine, but since we're already so what are you drinking? What was your first beer there?
It is a VPA. What is it? I don't know how Venice. God damn it! It's supposed to be like it's from Venus.
Venetian Pale
Venetian.
Ale. Ooh,
Is that Venetian? Is like not
Venusian.
right?
It's Venusian, I think.
Right, because Venetian is a different thing. That's like having to do with Venice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like
assume.
either
And this
Venice
would
in
be
Italy or Venice in
Venusian
California.
Pale Ale from Garage Project. They're out of New Zealand or Australia. Let me see. They are out of New Zealand. This is it's supposed to be like it's a pale ale from another planet. It's got lemongrass, lime, and coriander VPA. It's like an IPA, right? So it's hopped. It looks like that. It looks like a clear ass IPA, which is what you would expect, I guess.
Right.
I guess it's a little hazy. Not hazy,
It looks a little
but
hazy.
you know what I'm saying. It's not like super clear. It's a little unfiltered.
Right. How is it?
And it tastes great, honestly. I actually had already tried it, and that's why I bought this big bottle of it, because I really enjoyed it a lot.
Nice.
Kind of peppery. Got some good, kind of good floral notes from the hops. A little bit, definitely complex in that regard. It's really a very hop forward beer, which is nice, but definitely has that lemon. I guess the lemongrass kind of plays off of citrusy hop flavors that are pretty normal, so that kind of comes across more like hops than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
The coriander and the pepper is nice. It honestly, if they did add, so it says they add lime, lemongrass, Kefir lime leaves, grapefruit peels, and the coriander. And all of those flavors really play off of what you expect in normal hop flavors as well, flavor profiles. Mm-hmm. So it really just comes across like a pretty interesting, complex IPA. So I'm into it. I'm digging this a lot.
And that's from New Zealand, you said?
Yeah, this is Garage Project. They're out of New Zealand.
You know what's funny about New Zealand?
Nothing.
There's a whole subreddit.
Literally the most serious country in the world. There's literally nothing funny about it.
There's a whole subreddit dedicated to maps without New Zealand. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
It's literally just people post pictures of maps that don't, for whatever reason, don't have New Zealand on there. And
because New Zealand's not real?
Yeah, I didn't think that could be a thing, but then I was browsing that subreddit, and yeah, there's just like a ton of maps that don't have New Zealand for whatever reason. People don't print New Zealand on their maps. I don't know. I don't understand why.
Well, maybe in the beer world, Garage Project is going to be the brewery to put New Zealand on the map.
Finally, right?
Yeah.
That would be an awesome post to make on that subreddit. You know, just the opposite of what it's intended for. Here it is, folks. New Zealand finally on the map thanks to the VPA, the Venusian. What do you call it? The Venusian Pale Ale. Is that all it is?
Yeah.
Nice.
How's your beer? Are you digging it?
I am. I've had this before. You know what? Though? I had to be honest with you. I've been trying to drink a little less beer. You know, just in general. You know,
Okay, that's a
trying to
bad
lose weight,
choice.
trying to go, trying to go to the gym and stuff. I've been going to the gym pretty regularly lately, and I have been drinking beer a lot less lately. This is actually from a 6-pack I bought 3 weekends ago, and this is actually the last one. This is the last one. And because I've been drinking less beer, I feel like I'm not as used to these strong, super hoppy double IPAs anymore. But it's really good. Don't get me wrong.
How does that taste having sat for so long then? Because IPAs, you're supposed to kind of drink them fresh. Do you notice any drop off of the IPA flavor?
If anything, I notice an increase in the IPA flavor, Tim.
Well, that's just because of yourself. I'm saying like comparatively when you first drank it to now. Not necessarily just like your ability to.
Not really. I mean, it's only 3 weeks. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, some of these IPAs, people won't drink them if they're a week old.
Yeah, but this is more of a mass-produced beer. The one you
yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, the one you have doesn't seem. But yeah, this is by Uinta Brewing Company. Here's our.
This one doesn't actually have a date on it, which kind of sucks.
I always feel like the beers that have a date on it, it's like telling you like, drink drink this soon because, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna be as fresh for very long.
Right.
But the more mass-produced stuff like this, I don't know. I don't really see an issue. You gave me some beers last year that I didn't drink for months, and
but those beers are fine drinking later.
And they were fine.
IPAs specifically are supposed to be a big deal because of the hops.
Yeah.
I mean, all beers have hops, so that's also a weird thing to say, but IPAs, because their focus is on the hops, the flavor can fall off.
Right.
But it also could just become something different, and it's not necessarily bad. It's just a different flavor.
Definitely. So yeah, this is the Detour Double IPA by Uinta. Uinta's based out of Utah, as I think you may know. A detour worth taking. Our trailblazing double IPA hauls a bold hop profile, featuring heavy pine, orange rind, and guava, with a sweet malty finish. 96 IBU, 9.5% ABV. There's even a color number on here, SRM 19.0. That's interesting. Serve in a snifter glassware, and yeah,
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. It's definitely hoppy. It does have a malty finish for sure. But what I notice is that it's so hoppy because it is a double IPA. You don't really get too much of that maltiness in there at the end. Just enough to just tickle your fancy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But not too much. I feel like this is more floral than the double IPA I used to drink all the time by Odell, the Mercenary. That one is super. That one's like that one hits you in the face with hops. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It's a punch to the face with like a hop aroma. This one is hoppy for sure. Don't get me wrong, but it's got more of a floral flavor to it, which I think is better. It doesn't just smack you in the face with all those hop flavors. It's really good. I recommend it if you ever have a chance. You like Uinta. You've had beers from them before.
Yeah. That was the which one is that? The Detour?
This is the Detour. We've had the Baba Black Lager on this show, as well as something else. There's something else we've had on the show from you.
Grapefruit Nosh.
Grapefruit Nosh. Yeah. Well, I think you had that.
Yeah.
I had something else from that. I can't remember that was really good. But it's so funny. Like it's still funny, to think that you went to such a good brewery and they're based out of a state that's, got a huge beer tax, alcohol tax in general. So maybe that just motivates the brewers there to just make really good beer because they have to get around all of Utah's crazy alcohol laws. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they're probably passionate about it. If they're willing to put up with so much to be able to make beer, then they probably care about being able to make beer. So they're going to try to make it really good.
Good for them.
That was my assumption. Yeah. So last week, I haven't been out of town. I don't know where you got that. I haven't left town. I've gone to a couple shows. I went to a wrestling show. There's nothing really going on in that regard.
Well, why couldn't you record last weekend? There was a reason why. I thought it was
Because I was going to a show and because I was dealing with recording the WXW thing. I had a bunch of WXW stuff to do
Gotcha.
last
Okay. That makes sense.
last week, because last week I recorded 2 special podcasts with Quentin and Brock that were like 3. One was like 3 hours and one was close to 4 or something.
Wow.
Like, yeah,
What
and
the hell do
then
you talk about for 4 hours?
German wrestling.
And you don't
actually.
get bored at any point?
No, I mean not really. I mean we're just going over stuff that we are interested in. So no. And then I also had to do This Week in Wrestling, which I do every week. So I just was super busy last week. And then actually on the Friday, I had a show that I was going to. So yeah, it didn't work out last weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which also sucks because I had an interview recorded that was supposed to go out like last week. But I deleted it on accident, and then I couldn't recover the file.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it was a good interview with someone who I've been trying to get on the show for a long time. So that fell through.
Well, you know what else is strange? Aside from me having issues sending our last episode to get uploaded, I finally did send it. I was able to send it, and it shows up on the PTBN webpage, but not in the actual my podcast app, my native podcast app on my phone.
Oh, it showed up on mine.
I don't know. Maybe it's just this app or something. I just
Maybe
didn't see it show up on there for some reason. The last thing from us was the last thing that shows up from Lucha and did was Val's Kevin Hare, which I think you did on your own.
Right.
But not our last episode. For whatever, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe it's just my app. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Oh, speaking of, have you been putting up the videos? We're recording video right now.
I was actually gonna say where we are recording video, and
okay, where have they been? I haven't seen them.
Oh, my YouTube channel. I shared it on Facebook. Like I don't know how often you go on Facebook, but
never.
Well, then that's part of the problem. I shared it on Facebook like last week, I think. My YouTube profile is youtube.com AdrianDE1. I know it's not a really good YouTube name. I made that account back when YouTube first came out, and I never expected it to become what it is. If I had known, I probably would have chosen a better username, a better user handle.
Right. Well, that was like I was talking to someone the other day about the PWG show that you buy your tickets on your PayPal. You have to buy them with PayPal, and then you go up to the front and tell them what your PayPal name is. And so it's like if you're one of these dummies who made your PayPal when you were a kid, and like you just put your username as something stupid because you didn't think PayPal was ever going to matter,
right?
As like an important thing. Now you have to go up and say something dumb to the person in the front of the line to get your tickets, and it should be your name. And this is going to happen. Like this happens more and more because people actually use PayPal for like everything. Like you use your PayPal for everything.
My name is BootySmasher69 at hotmail.com.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm here for the show. There should be 2 tickets for Boner Farts 91. You know what I mean? It's just it does become an issue. But
yeah, here's episode number 2, in case you can't see it, just to prove to you that it is on there. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
It's on the old. We have a grand spanking total of. Let's see. I just closed it. Sorry.
Just leave it closed. It doesn't matter. We don't need statistics on this show.
1 view.
1 view? Yeah, probably because you're not promoting it.
I put it on Facebook, but I guess that's not
Facebook is not promotion, buddy. Facebook does not count.
I still wish we could find out how we got so many followers on our one Facebook page, by the way, but it'll just be a mystery forever, you know?
I guess so.
I rated this beer, by the way, on Untapped. Follow us on Untapped, for those of you listening.
What'd you give it?
4.0.
Really?
I like this. It's that good of a beer. What are you gonna give yours if you've already?
I think I gave it 4.25.
That's pretty good, Tim.
It is pretty good. It's very good, actually.
Freaking good.
So what have you been up to, Adrian? If I feel like you've been busy, you've been having issues with
living that dad life,
putting issues with getting podcasts released and edited.
Dude, So my laptop is fucked. So I was on the phone with Apple support for like 40 minutes several weeks back, and I thought we resolved the issue of my laptop connecting to the internet, but apparently it's not resolved. And apparently, when I leave something uploading, my internet is working, and I walk away, it might not finish uploading because the internet on my laptop will go out. And it's not an internet issue because the Wi-Fi works fine on my iPad and my phone, but not on my laptop for some reason. Which, in retrospect, I should have thought, if the Wi-Fi is not working, plug in directly to the Ethernet, which is what I'm doing now to record this show, which is what I always do to record the show. It just didn't occur to me at the time to do that. I just relied on the Wi-Fi to actually work, and alas, it did not work. You know what I found out, by the way, from listening to an episode of Reply All? If you're an Xfinity customer like I am, like you'll see, like if you go on your phone or your device, you'll see an Xfinity hotspot. And I always wondered, I thought, I guess Comcast put out like hotspots all over the place, right? But in reality, what it is, if you see an Xfinity hotspot, what it really is it's just borrowing bandwidth from an existing Xfinity customer's Wi-Fi router. So whenever you see an Xfinity hotspot and you log in with your Xfinity account to use the internet with that hotspot, you're really just borrowing or you're siphoning someone else's bandwidth, another Xfinity customer's bandwidth.
Yeah, you're just using someone else's connection. They're just jumping off.
I don't think that's right. I think that's bullshit that they do that. You know?
I mean, right or wrong, it's not really the question, I guess, in that situation, right?
It's wrong because somebody can some asshole will decide to go on Netflix and watch videos in high def or whatever, and now they're taking up your bandwidth, or maybe they're watching YouTube, whatever it is, something that takes up a lot of bandwidth. Usually, videos.
I mean, I guarantee that your contract with Xfinity states this situation is going to happen.
I mean, who reads?
And Xfinity, all of these places, they don't guarantee any bandwidth. They don't guarantee you a level of bandwidth.
What the hell am I? Well, no, yes they do.
No, they don't.
They say
no, they don't. The tiers that they sell you are caps. They're not guarantees.
They're caps. What does that mean?
You look at it. It's saying that you can go up to that level of bandwidth, but they're not saying that that's a guarantee that you're going to always get that level.
I didn't know that because when I signed up, I thought I was going to get I don't know, like over a gig plus, I don't know what it was. I don't know what the exact number is.
No, because they can't guarantee it. On top of the fact that they're going to fuck you and throttle you and they don't have the ability to, they can't guarantee it because they can't guarantee your equipment. So they could say, this one you can get up to a gig downloading speed, like 1 gig per second, right? They could say that's up to that. We won't throttle you below that, but you would have to have the equipment that can handle that for a Wi-Fi network, or else it's not going to happen. But also, it's not always going to be optimal conditions. Stuff's going to happen. It's never going to be perfect. So you may or may not ever actually get that. I got the same thing. I think I pay for like the 100 megabytes per second, and my internet is never at that level.
You guys have time
never.
Water?
When I do a speed test, it never shows up at that speed. It's fine. It works for everything that I need it for. Like for streaming, I don't have any issues with my internet, luckily. But it never is actually at the level that I'm paying for, which actually might be like 500 megabytes per second or something like that. Like, it doesn't matter what it actually is that I'm paying for. I'm never going to get that. That's not what you really get. That's just that is the cap that they're going to cut you off at. Well, and then you just pay more to be able to get higher and higher on the tiers, but it's not guaranteed to be that high.
Well, they need to be more clear about that, because I feel like they're clear. They're clear. Adrian,
it seems very bait and I'm not listening to this from you.
It seems very bait and switch. Like, you can get 1 gig of download and upload speeds if you sign up now. And then in the fine print that you need a magnifying, you need an electron microscope to read.
It says up to. It says right clear as day. When I signed up, mine I could see clear as day.
Who's your provider?
Adrian, it's bait and switch for people like you who don't know how to fucking look at things or read stuff or follow up. Like I get it. People want to villainize corporations and all this and say, they're evil. But realistically, this is not one of those cases. They're not fucking you with bait and switch. You just don't pay attention to stuff. And you've made that very clear when we had all these issues with emailing the podcast, when you're like, I thought I emailed it and it didn't make me link to the Google Drive. So I'm like, none of that makes any sense. That just shows me that you weren't following through on it enough to see what was actually going on, because it would need to be in the Google Drive to be uploaded to be sent. And you had never even got to that point But you're saying that you emailed it, which I don't understand how that's possible.
No, you like over a certain file size, yeah, it'll upload it to Google Drive, but it still sends it in the email as an attachment. If that makes sense, it'll.
But it has to be uploaded to Google Drive to begin with. Which it never was.
It pushes it to Google Drive on its own. I don't see that happening because I'm just doing it through.
No,
an email.
you have to upload it. It asks you to do it. It says this file is this size. It has to be uploaded to Google Drive.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So
I understand what you're saying. But I don't think you understand what was going on because that's why you weren't able to send the file.
I compose an email, right? I put in Brad's email. Yes. I put in the subject. I put in the description. I attach the file that I'm supposed to be attaching, and then it'll say this is over 25 megabits, so it will have to be uploaded to Google Drive in order to be sent as an attachment. I say, okay, great, do it, and then I hit send, and then the little progress bar goes, and then I walk away, and I assume, and shame on me for assuming that it gets uploaded, but it doesn't. It fails, and I don't see it because
we have a Google Drive folder that is for the podcast.
Right.
So you understand how Google Drive works. I don't understand right now why you're telling me that you're doing this like a grandparent would do it. Why aren't you uploading it to Google Drive directly first to the folder that it should be in?
Because that's how
I've always... then just attaching from the Google Drive into the email.
I mean, that's how I've been doing it in the past. Before I was having issues, it just worked. So I just assumed, that it would just...
You should be uploading it to the correct file, though. The way that you're doing it now, it's going to just upload it to your My Drive, which is the main folder. You're not even putting it in the right folder.
Oh.
Well, so if you put it in the right folder where I can see it, too, because we have a shared fucking folder that you created, which should matter, right? Like, why did you make it if you don't care about using it? Then I would see it, and then if there was an issue where you didn't send it, I could have just sent it to begin with. But because you didn't do that, because you did like I said, Grandma Adrian style, where you're just like, I just click buttons and it says yeah, and then it sends it to the wrong place, and then the fact that it never actually uploaded also obviously affects this. But it's like a failsafe, and it's like the point of having the fucking system. Like, why do we have a Google Drive folder if you're not actually going to use it?
Well, then from here on out, I'm just going to do it that way because apparently that's the most reliable way to do it. In case I don't know. I'll just do it that way. If that makes things easier and that's the way it should be done, then I'll just do it that
make way. It work better. I mean, if you upload it first and then send it,
right? Because
then you link it in the email, then you know that it's uploaded. Like that's the other part is you have to actually pay attention to uploading it to Google Drive. You're treating that like an afterthought, and that's like an important part.
I don't know, man. I just expect things to work, and when they don't work, they don't work, and it sucks, And I'm not
when
saying
they don't work, they don't work. This is correct.
And I'm not saying it's not my fault. It is for not checking it and making sure it worked. But you live and let learn, right? Is that the saying? Is that how the saying goes?
No, that's not the saying.
What's the saying?
Live and let die.
You live and let die.
That's
a song by what's their face?
The Beatles.
Live and let die. Anyway, you know what? Enough about that. But who is your internet provider? Who's the big cable company in LA?
I had Time Warner, and now I guess it's Spectrum.
Oh, Spectrum, okay.
Which is terrible. I've heard from a lot of people that Xfinity is really fucking bad, though.
It is, and that's what I'm telling you.
Why do you have Xfinity? It's fucking terrible.
Because they're the biggest cable provider out here, and
they're the big dogs around there?
There's like 2 or 3 smaller internet providers out here.
Smaller dogs?
But they're even worse than Xfinity, so I'm not gonna go with them.
Well, how are they worse?
They have more outages. They don't have. They're a little bit pricier. They don't have as big of upload download speeds, things like that. So I don't know.
We just talked about the download speeds thing. The download speeds is bullshit to begin with.
Well, and that's what I was telling you. They need to be way more clear about that shit in their marketing, because I feel like at this point it's just like maybe bait and switch is the wrong phrase to use, but they need to make that more clear. Is all I'm getting at.
I feel like they're clear enough, but that's okay.
But, I mean, thare the big dog out here. And you know what's funny is that my first job in Denver, I was working for Telemundo, which is owned by NBC, which is owned by Comcast, right?
Right.
And I was getting a pretty deep discount on internet. So that's part of the reason why I also have Xfinity, because I was getting a pretty good discount.
Obviously, you were getting that deep D.
I stopped working for them, which they didn't realize till like 2 years later because they called me, and they're like, oh, no, I called them because of something, and they're like, oh, it says here you're an employee, so you actually have to like go through your employee portal to change this. And I'm like, oh, well, as it turns out, I'm not an employee anymore. I'm like, oh, well, then we're gonna have to like change your plan up.
Why did you say that?
Because I don't have access to my employee portal anymore because I'm not an employee there. I don't have.
Right, but what were you trying to change?
I don't remember what it was. It was something with my account.
It's a very important part of the story, so you should know.
It was something that had to be changed either by calling customer service or doing it myself.
Okay, that's not the question. I know that part. The question is, what were you trying to change?
I don't remember. If I'm being honest with you.
Well, then it was obviously very important, and it's a good thing that you fucked yourself out of the discount for it.
The point is that I fucked myself out of the discount anyway because either way I would have had to because I had to call them to begin with, okay? I just had to call them. Like, there was no way around it. And I can't log into my
Depending on what it was. I mean, if it was something that you could have just dealt, like...
I'm pretty sure it was...
Not had to change.
I think it was a billing issue. But the point is, I called them, and she tells me that. And I'm like, okay, well, how much is it going to be without the quote-unquote employee discount? And she said, oh, like $180 a month. And I was like, what? Like, that's ridiculous. Do you have anything a little bit less? Oh, $150 a month. I'm like, oh, fuck me. I'm like, all right. And then she says this. She says, you know what? Do you have cable? I'm like, no. She says, if you sign up for the basic cable package plus internet, you can basically pay the same price you're paying now with your old employee discount. So I said, all right, give me that. Like, I'll do that.
Yeah, but that's only for a limited time.
It's for whatever the length of my contract is. I don't know how long it is.
Right, which is a limited time.
Well, but at the time, I thought, oh, that saved me some money, so let's just do that. Plus, I'll get some basic cable channels up in this bitch, right?
So, yeah, you need basic cable.
So the guy came, and he drilled a hole in my wall, and he put in the cable box and all that good stuff, and I never watch it. I literally never use the cable box.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I'll go on there just to like check the local weather or something, even though I can just do that on my phone. But I don't even do that anymore. I have my Alexa and I have my Google Home, and I just ask them what the weather's like, so I don't really need to even do that. But I'm paying the same price as I was before, so it all worked out in the end, for the most part. So enough about that. I feel like we went off on way too much of a tangent about internet speeds.
This is on you. You started this shit. I just wish I knew what you needed to change. That was so important.
I think it was a billing issue. I was like behind on my bill.
That's neither hide nor hair. Billing issue means nothing. That's like, that could be anything.
Look, this was like a year ago. Not a year ago. This is
my fucking God. A year ago?
This was like 8 months
ago.
ago.
That's a big time. Like, that's years. Oh, I could never. How could I ever remember something from a year, an entire year ago? You're the one who's always bringing up dumb, nostalgic bullshit from the past. You can't remember why you fucked yourself out of your employee discount on your internet from a year ago. You want to bring up stuff from like 7 or 8 years ago. Remember how much fun this was and that one? Like,
I'm pretty sure
you sit and think about that stupid shit. You can't remember something from a year ago.
My internet billing account isn't going to stick around in my memory as much as the fun times I had.
This is the thing. It should, because it wasn't what you needed to change is not necessarily about that it was an internet billing issue. It's that was the catalyst for you having to switch over to this situation that was not as beneficial for you. So you would think that would be important to you because it was something that happened that caused a negative effect that you'd be like, fuck, because of this stupid thing, I did this to myself. But that doesn't cross your mind, and then that's why you repeat mistakes, because you don't remember, oh shit, when stuff like that happens, maybe I should look for different ways to get around it so that I don't have this stuff like that happen to me again.
I mean, if
you knew you had an employee discount, what were you thinking calling the customer service to begin with?
Because it just seems faster than going online and figuring out where my account page all this shit is and this and that. I just thought, I'll give them a call.
You probably could have still gotten access to the employee portal. Honestly, you probably would have been able to.
I don't even remember my password for that. That was like 2 years
ago. You know
that
I've worked at Kaiser now for like 5 years.
Yes.
And before that, I worked at CVS, and they still have me on the schedule at CVS
Are you serious?
5 years later.
Does
You
the
think I
Gap
couldn't
still
get
have
onto
you on
the
the
employee
schedule?
portal? What's up?
Does the Gap still have you on their schedule?
Probably, yes. But so
Steinmart?
I could definitely still log on to the employee portal. You probably could have gotten onto the employee portal,
You
man.
know, thinking about it now, you're probably right. You're probably right because, believe it or not, and you're gonna love this story too. When I first started working for my station back in Palm Springs, the work phones were AT&T, and I was on my parents' cell phone plan at the time, which was Verizon. But I wanted an iPhone. The first iPhone I bought was iPhone 3GS, and I thought, oh, it's available on AT&T. I can get it. I can get a company discount because I work for a company that already has a discount through AT&T. To this day, I still have that discount. By the way, that has
Nice.
never gone away, and that was going on 10 years now. So, fingers crossed that I don't lose
So at
my little.
least AT&T thinks that you're able to hold a job.
Yeah. Yes. Good point. Good point. Good one, Tim. Good one. All right. But enough about all that shit. All right. Anything else you want to say about your beer, by the way? Anything else at
It's
all?
good. It's good.
Mm.
My throat is a little sore. I went to a wrestling show 2 nights ago, and I always come back from those like a little sore throat from chanting and yelling and stuff, but also sometimes worry that you get a little sick from being around all those people. So I've liked this beer, but drinking it has caused like a little extra inflammation in the back of my throat that was already there before. I don't know if it's related or what, but it's interesting because it's like making my back of my throat a little raw.
Why didn't you take it easy at these shows? Why do you go crazy?
I did take it easy. That's
But
why
you,
I'm able to talk right now
but
because I took it easy.
you still chant and yell and whatnot.
Yeah, because that's part of having fun. You have to have fun. Like, I'm not going to go there and not have fun. But I did a podcast the next day. I mean, like, I was able to talk. I was fine. So part of it, like I said, too, is that you get sick from being around people. What am I going to do about that? There's nothing I can do to not get sick.
I imagine
with
wrestling
people that
fans
haven't
would be
been.
kind of on the side. You know what I mean? Like
What do you mean by that?
kind of gross.
You have to describe that because you're just
sick.
giving a nebulous.
Like maybe they don't shower very often, and they don't take care
Yeah,
of
there's definitely
themselves.
a part of them.
You know what?
There's some of them that come across that way for sure.
I don't want to stereotype, but when I was in college, the video gaming students, man, those kids.
Wait, what do you
smelled-
mean by video gaming students?
The students that were in the video game development program,
Okay, yeah.
those kids stunk, man. Those kids did not know about wearing deodorant or taking daily showers. I may not
Okay.
be, Christian Bale in American Psycho, where he has a very specific routine of how he showers and shit. But I wear
Uh-huh.
deodorant every day. I take a shower every day. I shampoo my hair, brush my teeth every day. Basic hygiene, right? Man, those kids in the video game department, they did not fucking know about any of that. And I imagine some wrestling fans are probably the same way. No offense.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
know
that's
you're not
the
the
same
same way,
about
'cause
any kind of fans.
You've never stunk to me when we hung out, so I'll give you
I
that.
know, and I don't even shower that regularly. That's the funny part about that.
Some people, it's just genetics. They're just,
Natural. I know. But if I was a stinky person, I would probably make time to shower more often.
Do you wear deodorant every day at least?
No, I don't wear deodorant at all.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yes, I'm 100% serious.
I believe you.
I have never been like a wear deodorant everyday person at all, ever in my entire life.
That's funny because I feel like I would have noticed that, but when we used to hang
If
out,
I was a stinky person, yeah.
but I guess
but
you're
I'm
not.
not.
You just
I'm just naturally not very stinky.
Yeah, you just have it must be genetics. In that case,
I have had people tell me that what is like my body odor is like pleasant, like an actual, not like pleasant for body odor either, like pleasant as in just like regular ass pleasant, like it's nice. This was like years ago at this point, so I think that at this point now, every now and then I can get a little smelly and be like that's kind of bad, but that's like super rare.
I'm happy that
But-
you're willing to own up to that. You know what I mean?
What that I don't
Most people would just
shower
like
that often or wear
yeah.
deodorant.
Most people would just say, "Oh no, I don't stink at all." But you're willing to say that maybe sometimes I get a little stinky here and there.
Yeah, I will. Like, I can get. To me, I think it does smell bad, and I can get stinky. I think it takes a lot though. But like I said, I think I would be aware of being stinky. I think that some people somehow are just unaware of it or they don't care.
Yeah.
And if I knew that I needed to take showers and stuff, I would definitely just do it. I would wear deodorant and shower all the time and do all that, but I'm lucky and I don't have to.
Right.
So I don't,
I have to. I have to because I built up a funk if I don't take a shower every day. So I take a shower every day to avoid that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And plus, living with, if you have a wife, women want you to be clean. Wives don't want you to be stinky.
They do not. Well, actually, some of them do, I guess.
Maybe some of them do.
Some people are into that,
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, if you don't have anything else about your beer, and I don't have anything else about mine, I say we take a little break. What do you think?
Okay, you're gonna move on to the next one?
I think so. What do you think?
All right, sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
Are you wearing wireless headphones?
Hell no. I'm wearing wired headphones, my friend.
Then how did you just go get a beer?
Oh, it's super long, and
That's
also
what
my
she
fridge,
said.
my fridge is like 6 feet away. So.
Oh.
6 feet feels like a lot, actually. I think you mean.
I'm 6 foot.
Feet.
So imagine walking the length of me.
Ooh, I don't want to think about that. Can you use a different analogy? Please.
Right, we're back. Tim, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I feel like we were both recording the whole time, so I hope that made it. That's just going to be part of the show.
That part was.
Okay, good. We're back then.
Off air though, we were talking about Andy Dick for a second. I was telling my wife, I was like, what's funny about Andy Dick is that for someone who's been in the business as long as he has been and has done as much as he's done, he's not very.
He's never had like that.
Yeah,
people respect him moment.
He's never had respect, like you said. He's never really had a project that you can say, oh, like Andy Dick is from that. Like, no, he's been in so much, but he's also not been in. He's not known for any of it because he's Andy Dick. And of all the people that it came out that they've sexually assaulted someone, nobody was surprised by him at all. Like when it came out,
wait, did he get Me Too'd? Because I feel like everybody already knew about that.
When it came out that Andy Dick was known for doing whatever, nobody was shocked. Nobody was surprised at all. So, hold on.
Yeah, because I think that everyone just knew that already. I don't think that was a secret.
Well, it's just like it's one of those things. It's like, oh well, it's Andy Dick. Andy Dick. That's just part of Andy Dick's.
Yeah, we all knew that. Like, whoever tried to come out and say that should have been fucking, I don't know,
like duh,
disappointed in themselves for even bringing that shit up.
I would be surprised if Andy Dick hadn't sexually assaulted someone in some point.
Did I tell you about the last time I saw Andy Dick?
No.
I say the last time because in Palm Springs we'd run into him all the fucking time. So like I've met and talked to him a bunch of times.
Well, he's bi, right?
Probably. I don't know. I've never seen him with a woman. So I couldn't say for sure.
Right.
But we were at a wrestling show, me and my wife. We're in Hollywood area, and we left and we were walking to the subway because we had taken public trans to downtown to Hollywood because it was like easier and all that. And we're just walking by what's like the parking garage entrance to this big ass building, but it's like very much like this is only entrance exit for cars, and there's no reason why there should be a person walking out of there.
Right.
And literally Andy Dick starts to pop through and he's starting to say hello. And I just looked at him and I was like, no, thank you, Andy. And we just kept walking. And he just had this like upset kind of look on his face. And we're just like, I was just like, no, thank you, Andy. And we just kept going.
That's great.
Because I've interacted with him enough times that I know he's like, this is really fucked up to say, but he's basically the same as like the transient people in Los Angeles who are asking you for money and shit. Like, he's going to try to do something weird and talk to you and like just like get involved in whatever the fuck you're doing. It's fucking weird, man. It's like super weird that he's like kind of a celebrity, but also he's kind of a nuisance.
He is. He's been in plenty of movies and TV shows, like a lot of comedy shows and comedy movies. But,
right.
And he's pretty well known, but he's not like A-list status, and he's been in the business for a long time. You know what I
Too
mean?
long, if you ask me.
Too long, yeah.
Honestly.
It's like, does this guy not have like several million put away somewhere? Like, what's he doing? Just hanging out like a normal?
Well, he did a lot of drugs. I mean,
Well, yeah, but
he's known.
what famous person doesn't do a lot of drugs and they don't hang out with plebs?
True. Good point.
Do
Good
you know what I
point.
mean? You don't see fucking Alice Cooper just walking around. Well, actually, you do see Alice.
I
Cooper
saw him
as
a
well.
couple times.
Yeah,
in
I saw him.
Palm
once,
Springs too, because he plays golf and stuff.
yeah, but I don't know.
He looks like a real fucking asshole in person too.
Alice Cooper.
Have you seen him in person?
Yeah, once.
He looks like Joan Jett, actually, when he's not like in all the makeup.
Yeah.
Which Joan Jett is another one that I've seen. She came into my
Is
work
she still
once.
alive?
Yeah,
thought
this
she
was
was-
like a few years ago.
I thought she was dead.
I assume she's still alive because I mean this was a few years ago that I saw her.
Right.
But yeah, she didn't look as much like Alice Cooper as Alice Cooper looked like her. I'll give her that. I'll give her credit for that. Yeah.
That's so funny. LA's a weird town like that though, because you will see just like someone who was at some point super famous or is super famous, just kind of like hanging out or walking around and shit. Right? I mean,
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's weird. That's funny that you the interaction you had with Andy Dick though. I feel like I would probably react the same way if I saw him. Never having met him
Dick is
before.
Andy Dick is a top level piece of shit, though. I mean, realistically,
Yeah,
he's like, man, I don't like Andy Dick. If I'm perfectly honest.
I don't blame you. Anyway, Tim, I've had this beer before on the show. I don't care though because I like it. This is a milk stout by Left Hand Brewing Company. I think you've had this, right? You said you've had this before.
Yeah, I liked the other one from them. What the fuck is it called?
The Nitro milk stout.
Wake Up Dead.
Wake Up Dead. That sounds familiar. Is that a stout? What is that?
Yeah, it's a nitro stout from them. I like that one a lot.
Yes. Actually, now that I think, I've had that one too.
Yeah,
Actually,
that one's good as fuck.
I think we've said this before. If you can try the nitro version of any beer, especially a stout or porter, do
Hell
it.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Uh,
I feel like people are like souring on nitros and saying like it was like a gimmicky thing, but I like nitro beers a lot.
I don't think it's a gimmicky thing. It's a good thing. If anything, it's a really good thing. And,
yeah, for sure.
This isn't their nitro version, but it's still a really good beer. And this is just their milk stout. But if you can try the nitro version of this, it'll blow you away. So yeah, I've had this beer on the show before. I bought it the other day because like I said, I haven't been drinking as much lately, and I want to get a beer that isn't so in your face like a hoppy IPA. So I saw a milk stout. I'm like, milk stout is perfect because it's more mellow. You know what I mean? It's a little bit smoother. It's just more of a chill beer. This isn't a beer that's gonna slap you in the face with, 30 kinds of hops, and like that much malt. This is a beer that's, it's a stout, and it's a milk stout, so it's a little creamier. It goes down a little bit smoother than your normal stout.
I want like half a hop. I want half of a kind of hop in my beer. I don't want more than.
Well, you know how some beers will some IPAs like, oh, we have 30 different kinds of hops in this beer. It's like, at what point do you say this is too many hops? How many hops are too many hops? You know
That's a good question.
2 to 3 hops, fine. But when you have like this kind of hop and that kind of hop, it's like, no, that's too much.
And then people are doing the hop.
Right.
You know that.
It's like, I don't want to drink a Christmas tree. I want to just drink a beer. Thank you very much.
That's you make a great point there.
Thank you. So Left Hand Brewery, based out of beautiful Longmont, California. They make this milk stout. It's really good. I think I've already rated it on tap, but I'll do it again. I'm gonna give it a 4.25. It's my favorite stout ever.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, let me look it up really quick too, so you guys can hear a little bit about this. Oh, cancel. What am I doing here? I didn't check in on my other beer, so now I'm checking in on that one. I like how the Untapped app just gives you badges for everything. Beer's a badge.
For sure.
Here's a badge. Here's a badge. Here's just a badge. Just for existing. Here's a badge.
Take this badge.
It'd be so cool if if you check in on so many beers on Untapped, they send you like a physical badge, like a nice metal, like a
Oh,
nice
like
little.
it's a real.
Yeah, that would be cool. Kind of like how YouTube sends like actual um, glass gold play buttons to people who have like so many followers or whatever. Something similar.
Right, right.
Milk stout by Let's Milk sugar in your stout is like cream in your coffee. Dark and delicious. America's Great Milk Stout will change your perception about what a stout can be. Preconceived notions are the blinders of the road to enlightenment. Utterly delicious. Utterly, get that?
I get it.
Yeah. So there you go. 6% ABV, 25 IBU. It's a very, you know, it's just a good beer, Tim. I really enjoy this beer. Roasted malt and coffee notes build the foundation of this creamy sweet stout. And I want to say really quick, I'm starting to sort of get what the sort of chocolatey flavors are in certain stouts and porters, because before I wasn't really getting that. And the other day
Okay.
I had a piece of dark chocolate. It was a Hershey's little nuggets. I don't know if you ever had those. And
I've had them.
I had one. It was, and I was like, this tastes like one of those one of those stouts or porters that I've had. So I kind of get the connection between flavors.
Hey, look at you.
Yeah, this doesn't have it as much. You can definitely get a little bit of the lactose and a little bit of the sort of the slight coffee and malt flavor. Nice balance of the three, and it's really good. So that's my second beer. Tim, what are you working on right now?
I'm pouring her out right now as I speak, or I guess as you spoke, as you bespoke. Mine is Crooked Stave. Can you even see it? Crooked Stave.
Savant?
Hop Savant. Brettanomyces IPA. American Brettanomyces IPA. It's funny, all the hop talk that we were talking about in IPAs and all that, but I like these. I feel like a lot of times these beers, it's like they call them IPAs or they whatever because they know that sells, but this is like a weird beer. Crooked Stave is a brewery. I think they're out of, I gotta think of exactly where they're from. They're not local. They are from Denver, Colorado.
Oh.
They're in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I was going to say I've heard of them. I never had.
We're just starting to get more of their stuff out here. I mean, we always get it here and there, but right now it's out here right now. It's like we kind of get shipments of it, and then it's hot, and everyone has it for a bit, and then it'll be gone for a while, and then we'll get some more later. On the Untapped, it says it's a dry hopped with Centennial and Simcoe hops. It doesn't say that anywhere on here that it's dry hopped, but I would assume that it is because usually that's what you're going to do with a Brett IPA. It pours a kind of straw or hazy color. It's got some, see those particles? See those little floaties in there? Let me see if I can get you, I'll add some light so you can really see these particles floating in there. Is that working?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I see them.
I don't know if that's helping.
Kinda, yeah, I can see something in there.
It's better to put it through. Let me try this other light. I've got a book light also. Maybe that'll help.
They have a tap room now.
Maybe that's a more natural light that you can really see those particles.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see those float around in there?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's cool that you can kind of see these particles floating around inside. That's coming from the dry hopping and maybe the Brett and the barrel and everything. That's pretty cool. This is really funny to be doing this on the show, honestly, with the camera.
Well,
it actually does make the video version way better to be like backlighting this beer so you can see the floating particles.
Yeah, exactly. This is why we do what we do.
So it's gonna be an interesting one. I think I haven't tried this, but I did try some of the other beers that are in town right now from them. They had I've got actually a couple more bottles that I haven't tried yet, and then they had a rosé sour, I think it was. I have to double check on that actually to make sure exactly what it was. It was rose and something else actually, and it was a sour, and it was very good. I will say that much. I can say for sure. So we'll see. Oh, there was the Surete Provision Saison that I really liked from them. I had that on tap and I loved it. It had like a really nice, kind of a sweet flavor. Okay, so it's the sour rosé, Petite Sour Rosé. It was a wild ale fermented in oak barrels on second used raspberries and blueberries. That was freaking-tastic. So I would recommend that your real dumbass should get out to Crooked Stave as soon as possible because you live way closer to it than I do, and I don't know why you haven't ever gone. I feel like...
Yeah, I'm looking at Google Maps, and they have a tap room downtown, in downtown Denver. So I should actually go there. It's not far. I've actually
God damn!
How's it?
That's really good. It's the Brett comes through really strong. You get that horse blanket, and I'm even getting like a little bit of marinated olives, like like Kalamata or like like really briny olive flavor. I'm getting some of that.
Wow.
Yeah, that is so good. Oh fuck! It's like a little acid, the hops aren't coming through at all. I'm not getting really any hoppiness. I mean, it's probably there's like a rounder bitterness that's probably coming from the hops that's getting like the back of the tongue rather than like just the tart up front kind of taste. So that's probably where that's coming from. But yeah, I'm getting like Kalamata olives, horse blanket, a little bit of like chalky back of the tongue bitterness. This is really, really good.
Wow, that sounds good. And now I feel like I actually have to go to Crooked State Brewery, their tap room at least one of these days. They have one. There's one downtown. I mean, it's not far at all. Okay, I could easily go.
Yeah, I feel like you don't go to any of the fucking breweries, man. You're in Denver.
Dude.
It's like you're in the hub.
I have a kid now, so it's a little tough.
I know, but you weren't doing it before. That's where you fucked up.
What's funny is I was trying to do it before when my mother-in-law and when my mom were in town, and I was able to go like 2 or 3 times.
Before you had a kid.
Before I had a kid, I know. I fucked up. That was my mistake. I will have to live with that burden for a while. But yeah, I mean that part of town where Crooked Stave is actually there's a ton of like tap rooms and breweries in that part of town. So I could literally walk from place to place if I wanted to in that part of town. So I really should be doing that.
Gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds like a really good beer. What are you gonna give it, by the way?
Oh, probably like 4.5.
4.5 stars, or 4.
Yeah, 4.5 Caparinos.
Nice.
Pretty good, man.
Sounds good. I'd love to try that right about now.
Well, the lucky thing for you is probably I see cans here, so it looks like probably on the pictures on Untapped, it looks like probably in Denver you're able to get it in cans.
Yeah.
So it's probably a beer that you'll be able to find pretty easily.
Yeah. Let me see. Well, Untapped, right? Let's see. Does the app do the beer finder for you?
Yeah, you can do the beer finder on the app. So you'll be able to find that pretty easily, I bet.
What's it called? Crooked Stave what?
This is the Hop Savant.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's only 6.7 ABV. It's not a super strong beer.
No, that's strong. No. It's a Brett beer. It's not a... It's more of a Brett beer than an IPA. Like, yeah.
Let's see.
Just poured out some extra yeast that was hanging out in the bottom of my bottle. That's my favorite part, man. I love yeast. Like that's part of too. I'm making kombucha. That's been a big thing I've been doing lately, which we haven't talked about on the show.
Right.
I've been doing a lot of kombucha of my own at home. I actually just put together a batch, and like I gotta swap them out, or at least I do. I keep a perpetual brew cycle going. Just because I like drinking it, and I don't think I can ever have too much, so I'd rather just do that and continue to have like enough to drink and stuff.
Right.
So when I bottle it, because I bottle it for a second fermentation with like flavors, and then I'll brew a batch at the same time and set that up to go. And I just did one right now, and all my flavors that I did for my second fermentation, I put extra like different flavored teas. But my culture for my kombucha, my SCOBY or whatever, is like really heavy on yeast. And I fucking love it, man. I love the way yeast tastes. I'm a big yeast fan. I don't know about you, but some people don't like yeast, but I fucking love yeast. I'm like huge into it. Nasty like sourdoughs, and then like I said, the extra yeast at the bottom of the bottle, I'm like, I want to drink that too. I'm pouring it into my glass so I can get every little bit of it.
So hold on. So what exactly is kombucha? It's fermented what? What is it?
It's tea. It's really, if you think about it, because I've said it before on here, like beer is basically just tea. If you think of hops as like the same as whatever plant you make tea out of, like whatever different flowers and stuff that they're making the tea with. Like realistically, it's just the same as beer, but it's fermented with a SCOBY, which is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So it's basically kind of like a funky beer, but just like a low alcohol funky beer. And like you're not doing it as you're doing it in a open, so it's more like an open, like even like a Belgian beer is like really similar to a kombucha, realistically.
Yeah. What got you into that? What got you into making it on your own?
Well, I like drinking. I like kombucha, and I like all of it. And it's just it's a really easier version of brewing. Like I said, it's a lot like beer, but it doesn't have alcohol. I can drink it all the time. I mean, I don't drink it all the time, but I can drink it more regularly and not worry about it. So I can drink kombucha in the morning before work and stuff like that. A big part of it was to help with it's a naturally probiotic, so I just wanted to add some like probiotic stuff to my diet. So I've been like eating yogurts and drinking kombucha and trying to help kind of up my digestive system. I've also been going to the gym. I've been like working out some here because I feel like I'm not like, I don't really care that much about losing weight. I'd like to lose some weight, but I care more about being healthy and in shape and just like being more flexible. So I've been doing yoga too, and
Oh, really?
and doing cardio and yoga and stuff because I care more about like my flexibility and my like ability to like move around and stuff. I think that's important to like kind of keep yourself limber and healthy and not be like so stiff and sedentary. Because a big part of my fucking issue lately has been my job is I don't do anything. I just sit around all day for the most part, and that just fucking sucks. And I don't like get out there and move around. So I've just been adding that in, and kombucha was just like a cool mix of being able to like kind of brew, have like this natural culture that's alive, and also add probiotics to help with my digestive system because my digestive system is kind of shitty, and so it's helping with that too. So I don't like just continue to eat shitty and like not be able to like process everything that I eat very well. So yeah, that was it really. And then trying all these different flavors is a lot of fun, like getting to mix and match stuff and like figure out what I think works and make some cool stuff. The next step, I don't know, like I'm thinking about maybe trying to do some high alcohol kombuchas, like jack up the alcohol content where you do the second fermentation, you actually add yeast, like brewing yeast or different kinds of yeasts to eat away more of the sugar and synthesize more alcohol and really start to get to the point where it starts turning into an alcohol. Because I mean, Boochcraft, which I think is in San Diego or Los Angeles, I'm not sure, but it's here in Southern California. They make high alcohol kombuchas that get up to like 6% alcohol, which is like, I mean, that's like a beer, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And they make like beer level. And I drank one the other day. I had a little sip and I actually kind of liked it. So I was like, maybe that's the next step. Maybe I'll work on trying to make a high alcohol kombucha. Because I mean, there's only one company that does it. And it sucks to be like, oh, I'm doing the same thing someone else is doing already to like, you know, they have a special niche market, but at the same time, like I feel like there's always room for competition. There shouldn't only be one person who does something,
not
you know?
just that, but it also feels good to do something yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's part of it too, is maybe I just do it for fun, see how much I like it. Maybe I do like try to make it bigger, but maybe it'll just be a hobby. Because right now it's just a hobby and I just enjoy doing it. It's fun.
It's like cooking. You know, you could go out and buy fettuccine Alfredo, or you can make it yourself and feel more accomplished because you...
Rigatoni, fettuccine, Alfredo.
Fettuccine Alfredo. Yeah. That's a throwback to an old sketch we did. That's a deep cut right there. That sounds good though, Tim. Sounds good that you're trying different things. You're not just stagnating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just having some fun, getting into some stuff.
Yeah. I honestly, I'd love to buy one of those fucking beer kits you see at Michael's or at Target or whatever, and just do it myself. Just to do it.
One of those like cheap ones.
I had
one
a
of those
coworker.
shitty, like
I had a coworker that did that.
What?
I had a coworker that did that. It's like, if this moron can do it, I can do it.
Right, yeah. If you get like just the Mr. Beer kit that's all extract, it's like nothing. You know, it's like super easy. You can definitely do it. It's cheap comparatively to what you're getting. But my thing is like, I'm not. This is stupid, and it's probably like, and they even say like you shouldn't do this, but like, my thing is like, I would probably never do an extract batch. I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, I would probably like jump in and want to do like start out with all grain brewing, because at this point I feel like I'm too. Not that I think that extracts is necessarily a bad thing, and I totally get why people do it. But to me, I'm just like my like kind of sensibilities. I would much rather just do extracts. Like not do extracts, but just do all grain and like kind of skip that whole part of it. So that's why like the Mr. Beer cheapo kit would not be for for me personally, but I can definitely see why like it would be intriguing for people to do that. You know?
Yeah, definitely. And it's just a more hands-on way to, way to do something.
Right.
Because, like I said, you feel more like you've actually accomplished something when you do it yourself, as opposed to just. And I'm not a technical person, but if you follow a set of instructions, how hard can it be, right? So,
exactly. Just follow those instructions. Actually read them and follow them properly. Don't just kind of skim through them.
Yeah,
I know that some people.
That's why when it comes to cooking, I try to follow everything to a T, and half the time it works out great, half the time it's okay. It's good enough, I think once
enough.
I tried to make something and it turned out pretty horrible. I tried to make like some pad thai noodles. Well, they were rice noodles, and then I made some like weird coconut curry sauce, and I combined the two, and it was just not good. And it was like I had way too many noodles left over. Didn't eat any of them. Ended up throwing
Nice.
I threw it all away. My wife didn't even touch it. Well,
that's normal. You're used to your wife not wanting to touch your noodle. Am I right?
Good one.
Wait, is that a...
That's a good one. Regardless of what the answer really is, that's a good one, Tim. All right, but no, Crooked State Brewing is going to be on my
it should be on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the thing. Okay, how many breweries are in Colorado? Do you know how many breweries are in Denver?
Goddamn many.
Denver.
In Denver alone, there's like 500.
Really?
I'm not even joking. There's between 300 and 500 fucking breweries in Denver alone, in the metro area. In Colorado, there's probably like 1,000. I mean, I don't know. But obviously most of them are small, the little microbreweries too and shit. The big ones everyone knows. The big ones: Odell, Avery, Left Hand,
Fat Tire,
Oscar Blues,
or New Belgium.
New Belgium. Everybody knows those, right? Epic Brewing, so on. There's a ton of, like I said, that part of town where Crooked Stave is, that's Brewery Row, basically. There's a ton of little like breweries and tap rooms in that part of town. So I have no excuse for not going over there.
You really don't. Because I was gonna say, for me, I mean, it's much easier for me in Los Angeles because I like have a list. I have like 5 breweries that I need to go to that I've never been to that are in Los Angeles, county. So like the idea that Denver has so fucking many, man, like, damn.
There's a lot here.
Yeah.
You'll never get through all of them ever. Sometimes I'll be driving somewhere and oh look, there's a brewery or there's just like a tap room, and it's like, oh, it's just right there, like, literally just on the way somewhere. You'll just see some place. And there's a lot downtown, so.
Jesus Christ, man, this is like so good.
It sounds.
There's a new brewery that just opened, like around here that I might maybe go to after we're done recording. What time is it? Oh, it's only like 3:40 here, so I may just check it out.
You gonna drive there, or how do you get there?
Oh, I think they are closed today completely. Well, actually, I'll check the website.
It is the Sabbath, Tim. It is the Sabbath.
That might be wrong. I think they might have expanded their hours. This might just be old on Untapped. But yeah, I might head over there. I'm not gonna drive, that's for sure. I may either take the bus or a Lyft. But yeah, because again, like I said, I know how many breweries there are in Los Angeles that I haven't been to, and it's like, like 6 or 7 of them. Oh, they are closed. Damn. Well, I guess I missed my shot.
There you go.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I imagine there's like several thousand in LA alone, right? I mean,
No, not really. There's only a couple hundred, if that.
Really?
It's not even 100. Yeah, breweries, like actual breweries where they brew beer. No,
Yeah. No.
I would say if there's 100, that would be like impressive.
I just thought because LA is so big.
Yeah, I know, but the LA beer scene is not as big as Denver. I mean, Denver beer scene has been going on forever, man.
Yeah. Dude, people love their beer here.
Like the Denver beer scene is much bigger than LA's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's bigger than LA's. I just know that any bar you go to will always have some kind of craft beer on tap, regardless of what kind of bar it is. Obviously, Bud Light,
Right.
Coors, Corona, all that shit. But on top of that, you'll have, dude. I went to a strip club like a year ago that had a fucking local brew on tap. A strip club. Like, you don't think of a strip club as a place that would have
Nice.
a brew, would have a craft beer on tap, right? But they did. So,
I mean, nowadays, yeah. I mean, I would actually, but yeah, I get what you mean.
I think this is the best time to be a beer drinker. I feel like our dads weren't getting this many options when they were going out to bars and shit, right? There's no way. There's
No,
no way.
definitely not.
It was literally
No.
all. It was like the big five, and that's it. You get nothing else. You know. You want to save some
Right.
money? You get PBR. Everything else, it's Bud Light, Coors. You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Tim, anything else you have to say about your beer there? Anything else at all?
No, no, nothing else to say about this beer here.
Anything you want to share with the
Um,
class before we head into our final break?
I don't know. What are we gonna do now for our final segment?
I think we're just going to announce our top beer, and then
Okay.
and then we'll close out the show. What do you think?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, we're back. We're back for our final segment. Before we get into it, I want to see. Now I'm curious as to how exactly the number of 348 cards. So this is published in March or May of last year. When it comes to craft beer, you're happiest when you can try out as many brews as possible. If that sounds like you were in luck. Despite having a far lower population than states like New York, Texas, and Florida, Colorado stomps them in one area, the number of craft breweries it has. Okay, so I said between three and 500. With 348, Colorado is the state with the second most breweries in the nation, behind only California, which has 687 total. That means Colorado has 6 breweries for every 100,000 residents. There you go. 6 breweries for every 100,000 people.
Huh.
So if it's about 400 in the whole state, in Denver there's probably 150 or 200. I mean, Denver's the most popular area of Colorado, obviously. So the majority of them would probably be here, if that makes sense. So there you go, Tim. 1,000 was a big number that I said that's ridiculous, but there's still far more than what you're at. So there you go. Yeah.
Right. I know. Motherfuckers. All right. Well, I mean, the rest of the stuff in LA is better, I guess.
Is it?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe I need to just move to Colorado.
I wouldn't stop you. I'm gonna be here for a while.
Are you? You said you were gonna leave.
Not with the kid. I can't afford to. So I'll be here for a bit. Yeah.
That's what I fucking told you. Remember I told you there was no way you were gonna leave after you had the kid?
No way, no. No, realistically.
Yeah.
But it's fine because it's not like I'm in fucking, bumfuck nowhere, So.
Right.
It works for me. But Tim, I think you know what time it
Yes,
is.
sir.
I think you know what part of the show it is. You ready for this?
No. This is unfair.
It's time to announce.
I didn't think we still did top beer.
I think
Anyways, go ahead.
It's time to announce our top beer. So, what's your top beer for today?
No, I can't. I can't pick. It's not fair doing top beer for only drinking 2 beers apiece, honestly.
I know, but
Because I got 2 beers here, 2 great beers
you have to trust the
that I
format.
really, really enjoyed. How do I pick one of these amazing beers? Both of them were great. This was more IPA, and it's kind of delivering the idea that it's a VPA. It's like something. This says it's an IPA, but I didn't get IPA at all. Maybe it's old.
Right.
I didn't see a date on it. Maybe that's why. Maybe I served it a little bit too cold. No, I mean, so about right. Gotta give it to the hop savant.
You gotta pick. Oh,
Cricket Stave.
nice.
I feel so bad. I love this garage project. The New Zealand beers, the Oceania region. I'm all about. I love Oceania right now. I've been obsessed with it. It doesn't seem right for me because I'm like, I think that Australia is weird and creepy, and the people from there suck. But seems like a nice place. But I got to give it to the Hop Saint. Colorado coming through. Like, we've been talking about their history of craft brew in Colorado. Obviously, they know what they're fucking doing. You're the fucking worst friend to have who lives in Colorado.
Why is that?
Do you understand that, like, because we've talked about trading beers and all this stuff,
And we've never done it.
but you're not gonna do it, and you're in, like, the mecca of beer.
I mean, listen, if you want something, just tell me and I'll go get it for you. No big deal.
I told you what I wanted. I've given you stuff that I wanted, and you didn't send it. I told you the stuff from True, the exact beers that I wanted.
Why don't you slide into my DMs on Twitter and send that to me?
I'm
again?
gonna have to get on them DMs and tell you
seriously.
what to send me.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I'll do it.
Because there's beer in Colorado that's fucking amazing, and
Let me know.
this Crooked Stave Hop Savant.
Let me tell you
Fucking
this.
amazing.
I get out of work at 3:30 my time, right? I gotta pick up my son from daycare by 6 p.m. my time. I have 2 hours to go somewhere and buy a beer or beers, whatever, for you or for me or whatever. So just let me know. Let me know what you want, and
All right.
I'll ship it to you. I don't think there's weird laws against shipping beer, is there? There shouldn't be.
Oh, there definitely is. You have to be super safe about it. You have to, like, bubble wrap it and stuff.
Well, obviously that, but I mean, as far as, like, the legality, it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, it's illegal as fuck. Don't put your name on the box. I'm not kidding. Like, it's illegal. Don't do it.
I'll use my alias, John Plimpton. John Plimpton. If you see a package from John Plimpton, that's me. Okay, don't tell anybody.
From John Blumpkin.
Plimpton. Blumpkin. Yeah, that's even better.
That's even better.
All right.
Adrian, what's your top beer?
My top beer is the Milk Stout. I've already thought this through. This is a good daily driver beer. Don't get me wrong, Uinta is an amazing brewery. They make some really good beers. The Detour IPA is great. I can't drink it all the time. This is the last one from that 6-pack I bought. Probably won't have it again for a while. The Milk Stout, however,
Damn.
I'll come back to it because it's just a good, obviously it's still the colder months, so it's especially good during the colder months. So there you go. That's my top beer. And Tim, I think we did it. We wrapped up another episode. This is another episode with both video and audio episode of Top Beer. Check my YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description. What is that, by the way?
It's a book light.
It's a book. I should get one of those. I actually picked up a book the other day from Target.
You picked up a book. You say that like it was an impressive thing. I picked up a book.
Yeah. Anyway, Tim, I think we like to go out on this show. I think a certain saying is due. We like to go out on.
Well, thing is that it's very important to always remember the most important things in life, which are the 3 B's.
Well, what are those?
These are good beers, which we've been drinking, which we read with our book lights. Some of us just touch them every now and then, which is Adrian. And then good Blumpkins. Good night, everybody.